But here, there are no auctions here, no safes, no hands to lift me up to the light and whisper, priceless. There isn't even ground here to fall onto, only layers of the atmosphere, hydrogen, helium, traces of methane, and storms where lightning doesn't just illuminate the darkness, it rewrites the chemistry of matter. Lightning has indeed been observed on Jupiter, and on Saturn, data from the Cassini mission links storms to processes where strikes in a methane environment can create soot and graphite. You probably think that someone saw me with their own eyes, that somewhere in the darkness, a camera captured the moment when black soot turned to stone. No, people didn't catch me with their hands. They didn't descend after me. They didn't pass through these layers. They did something else. They took models of pressure and temperature inside these planets. They took knowledge of how carbon behaves under colossal pressure. They took data on storms, methane, chemistry, phase transitions, and they passed judgment. Here I can be born. Here I can fall. Here I can become a diamond. But birth is not the end. It is only the middle of the fall. Because the deeper I go, the less the atmosphere resembles the sky, and the more it resembles an ocean without a surface. Gas ceases to be just gas. The pressure rises so much that the substance itself behaves differently. What was a cloud above becomes something denser, heavier, more terrifying below. And I fly through it. Some of us remain solid, some grow, some clump together into larger masses, and some fall even deeper, to where even a diamond is no longer the pinnacle of form. Because deeper down, in the Earth's core, the temperature becomes so high that what once symbolized eternity begins to lose itself. And in the scientists' models, there comes a moment when I am no longer a crystal. I melt, not in flames, not in fire, but under pressure and heat, which mean almost nothing to the human mind, because you are not made to imagine such places. A diamond, which endured birth in a storm, only to eventually become liquid carbon. And now ask yourself, do you still want to come here? Do you still think that this is a treasure? Because in your imagination, wealth is something you can get, put in your pocket, hide, sell, pass down. But there is no getting here. Jupiter has no solid surface where you can sit down and start mining. Neither does Saturn. You won't land here. You won't set up a drilling rig. You won't turn on the floodlights. You won't lower a shaft into the depths. There is no bottom here, where a reward awaits you. There is only a descent into layers that grow ever denser, hotter, more deadly. Any craft that goes too deep will not find treasure. It will find its end. Pressure will crush it. Heat will finish it off. The environment will destroy it, for which even metal is merely a temporary form. And that is when the most terrifying realization comes. On Earth, I represent love, status, greed, war, luxury, the price you're willing to pay for brilliance. But space doesn't know what luxury is. It doesn't care how much a carat costs. It doesn't care how many human stories you've crammed into a single crystal. To it, I am not a treasure, not a dream, not a symbol. I'm just another form of carbon, another result of pressure, another consequence of a storm. And perhaps that's what's most frightening. Not that it's raining diamonds somewhere, but that in a place where there are so many of them, the very idea of wealth ceases to exist. Because value isn't what you are. Value is where you find yourself. On one planet, I am a crown. On another, I am a flake of snow. On one, I'm locked away in safes. On another, I'm drowning in darkness, where no one will ever see me. And while you gaze at the sky and dream of getting rich in seconds, I keep falling. Through Jupiter, through Saturn, through layers where no human has ever set foot. Not as a legend, not as a fairy tale, but as one of the wildest scientific hypotheses about what the universe is truly capable of. If you want more stories where science sounds scarier than fiction, you already know where to look.